Bill Maher and Mark Cuban blast Gavin Newsom's California. They said it's just about people on the street. Now, it amazes me that these people complain about this stuff, but then they continue to vote for the same policy, the same people that destroy these their cities and states. It baffles me. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button. Share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. Has a link to my Patreon where I talk about things I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my merch store where I have I Will Not Comply t-shirts. All right, let's talk about this news. Comedian Bill Maher and billionaire Mark Cuban, both leftists who back Joe Biden, mind you, have reportedly blasted California under the leadership of Governor Gavin Newsom, saying the state has become overwhelmed by people literally, the S word, on the streets. You know, I know I try not to curse on here. In an upcoming episode of Maher's Club Random podcast, Maher and Cuban complained about the state's epidemic and public defecation, according to a report in the Daily Caller, which viewed the episode that will be released next week. I will say Club Random is a you get to see a different side of Bill Maher, not all about his leftist stuff. He actually speak openly and freely about some things. Some of the episodes are pretty entertaining. He has some good guests on there. So it's not bad to actually check that out. But Maher reportedly began by declaring the, quote, state, this state is nuts, with Cuban adding, quote, I could not live here as a permanent resident just because the taxes and the regulation. And that's the thing. These leftists will tax you and regulate you into oblivion. It doesn't make any sense. And then you look at where all the tax money going to. It of course doesn't make any sense. You know, they spend all this money on trying to cure the homeless problem, and it gets worse every year. It doesn't make any sense, but they keep throwing more money at it. And the people that run this, they make hundreds of thousands of dollars to never solve the problem. Cuban then segue into the subject of public defecation. Quote, look at what's happening in San Francisco. An entire industry is getting pushed out. The whole technology industry went from, okay, this is the new thing, and now it's just about people on the street, he said. Maher added, quote, I was just going to say the cleaning up the off the street industry is doing very well. Quote, really well, Cuban replied. You know the apps that say where you can go take a S? I mean, this is crazy. California's largest cities are being plagued by public defecation, with human feces littering the streets of San Francisco and Los Angeles. I would not want to visit these places. I mean, everywhere you walk, you got to walk with your head down to make sure that you don't step in crap, or look at an app that tells you where people are crapping at. I mean, this is crazy. It's unsanitary. It's unsafe. I don't understand how people are living out there. The problem has gone unabated for years as the state's homeless population have exploded, leading to public safety and health crisis across the state. Gavin Newsom was rumored to be considering a 2024 run for president, but he recently stated he would step aside to let 80-year-old Biden run for a second term. And what does Newsom have to run on? I'll destroy the country just like I destroyed California. But let me know what you think. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe. And check out democrepublics.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.